Welcome back to Golf Simulator videos. We're back today with the GSPRO Golf Simulator Software to show you guys some enhancements that are coming here in a few days. All right, so what they're doing is they're making updates to maximize more of the Unity graphics engine, and it's going to show you guys some enhanced textures such as like grass and water and things like that, and we wanted to show it to you today with some enhanced courses that we've downloaded. All right, I'll give you a quick brief overview of everything as well, but if you haven't seen the first video we did on GSPRO, make sure you check it out. I'll put it in the description. I'll also put the link to the SGT Discord channel where you can go and you can figure out how to get set up. Any questions that you may have, they'll answer. They have a great community there to help you. All right, I'll also put the website down below. And I'll show you kind of how it works. That's where like events happen, you register, things like that. I'll go over that here in just a second. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, make sure you do. We're always bringing you things like this. Comment below, let me know what you think. Hit that like button. I appreciate all that stuff. So let's go ahead and just give you a quick brief overview. The settings, pretty straightforward. You're going to see that there's an ID in there. That's a Steam ID. Very simple to register for, but they use that Steam ID to integrate the data with the website. And that's where you're going to see those rounds and scorecards and all of the statistics and things like that be able to be presented on the website. That's how it's communicating. It's pretty cool stuff. Okay, so once again, the community and the Discord channel can help you set up all that thing, you know. So under game, all right, you have different settings. You can actually use your launch monitor carry, all the basic settings you would see in sim software. All right, and then in graphics, you're not going to see anything yet. This is a beta version of software. I want to make sure I point that out. So there'll probably be some options in there eventually to where if you need to downscale some things depending on your GPU. This is pretty GPU heavy, let me tell you. I'm running a laptop, which has a 2080 Super inside of it, but it's still, when I'm running all of my recording software and all that stuff in the background, you can possibly see a little bit of frame loss. And if you guys see that in the video today, I just wanted to point out that it's not the GSPRO software, it's just that this computer is actually being worked really hard. So when I run it standalone, I can see a full 60 frames a second, no problem. So local games, super easy to set up. You select a course, okay, you can add your players, and then you can select either like front nine, back nine, you can select individual holes if you want to, all of your different settings, all right, very easy to do. All right, and then as far as online games go, they do have that. You're going to communicate through Discord. You can create rooms, and then people can actually join those rooms. So if I were just to create a room really quick, all right, I were to create my course, and then people can join that room. Okay, now they actually can send messages back and forth. All right, and it's really easy to use. So that's for online games. They do have scrambles. I'll try to maybe do a video to demonstrate that. Maybe we'll do a live stream or something demonstrating scramble. I think that'd be cool. Tournaments. This is actually a really cool way to do this. So what they do is you go on, you figure out if you're going to play in like the web.com or the PGA Tour, and then you actually register for the events, and actually has a little download link for whatever course. If you don't have it, it's right there. And then they allow you to basically register for the event, and then it shows up right here. You can see I played a couple rounds so far in the Q School and the PGA Tour. All right, now I don't have that course downloaded yet, so because I just upgraded to this enhanced version. Now I do want to show you guys the practice facility. They have a driving range already. I don't know how much more they're bringing, but like I said, this is beta software, so they're constantly, you know, releasing things, enhancements, fixing any bugs, things like that. We could even encounter a bug today, so just understand. Pretty wild practice range. I mean, look at the waterfalls and everything. All right, now I'm on a 4K projector and 4K excuse me, laptop, so it looks amazing on my end. I know I'm going to get some compression when I record it, but I still think it's going to turn out, you know, quite well. So let's just hit a ball really quick so you guys can kind of see how this works, what it looks like. That was a pitching wedge. I actually struck that quite well. You can see my raw data and launch monitor data over on the left, and then my total length. Okay, I'll take shots like that all day. It doesn't happen that often, let me tell you. So very straightforward. Now there's a map and everything over on the right. You're not really going to need that out on the practice range, but there it is. And then also, I kind of like to just keep it hidden when I'm just hitting balls. And then your menus and things are up here, okay? So you can actually double the data if you want to, but that's more for when you're doing on-course play, okay? So let's go ahead and just get out of here. I don't want to make this a marathon. I can go to round and I can go to end session. I have a lot of things to show you guys. So let's go to, I'm going to go to practice first. because I think what I'll do is I'll jump around. I wanted to show you guys Cypress, okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and start. I have several different things to show you guys. What I'm going to do, let this load really quick. They've actually slowly improved that loading time. It was longer before, and it's amazing how much faster it's gotten. You just can go right up here to your little green, and you can skip to whatever you want. 15's this ocean hole, which is really cool. It's a famous par 3. I figured this would be a good opportunity to show you guys that you can actually hit your L button, and you can adjust everything for your environment. Some people don't have a really high lumen projector. Maybe it doesn't have great contrast ratio, in colors. So you can actually adjust all of this. Look at the lighting differences. If you needed to really brighten it up, okay, you can actually change the time of day. Notice the shadows are moving. Look at the shadows now. All right, you can adjust that. And I know they kind of wanted to make this, you can tell by the sky, more of like an evening setting. Okay, you can bring down that sky if you want. All right, that way it doesn't blow out those highlights at all. Saturation, depending on the color. Some people like it really saturated, I try to make it look a little more natural. I mean, I love kind of having those, vivid greens, but not too much. You can darken the bunkers. We can actually show you that probably when we get up close. Environmental colors, with those cypress trees, you're just going to have to kind of adjust what works for you. Kind of look at the fence going up and down. I think that's a pretty good look right there. And then I can hit save and exit. All right, so you probably want to open up your map at this point in time. You don't really need the data opened up. If you're doing on-course play, you would, but in the practice, on-course practice, they actually have it over on the left, okay? So I'm going to click on my map and I'm going to see what it's going to take to get a ball there. It looks like it's going to be like a light 9-iron, okay? I don't have wind on. Let's see if I can get one right down there on the green, maybe roll up and release by the pin. That would be the optimal shot. Definitely have some green to work with. Oh, that was a decent strike. I tried to put a little fade on it to take some off. Is it going to be too much? It's going to be a little too much. Oh, I tried to roll back a little bit. All right, so, and then you can just sit here and practice on your favorite hole, which I think is really cool. And then now, let's say I want to work on some other things. Well, I can go right up to my ball, okay? And I can drop it right up by the green. There we go. All right, you can see I'm in that 3D rough now. All right, and notice how it's 88% speed and it's 75% spin. All right, I'm not on a huge angle right here. Maybe I can show you guys that in a second, but it even does whether you're on an up or down lie or a right and left lie. Now you can see it's a little bit to the right, so I may even have to aim a little bit left here. All right, so I'm going to bring up my settings really quick. That way I can kind of see the undulation of the green. Looks like if I can get it kind of past that rough, I'll be okay. All right, let's go ahead and this is another opportunity where I can use this right on the green, and I know I'm going to get some release because of the spin, so I probably only want to carry this about 15 yards, I'd have to say. All right, let's see what we can do here. Very cool how you can practice all these different types of things. How's that going to work out? A little bit of release. Oh, a little too much release though, but very cool. I mean, very cool. Now I can take my ball and I can move it in a different position. I can just grab my ball, and I like using the map for this. And let's say I wanted to practice putting. All right, so it automatically switches to putting for me. And then now we can look at that break. All right, I'm going to actually use my break line indicator here to show you guys how this works. You click and hold down. Notice it's giving me the distance, and it's also giving me an indicator of how this is breaking. Now it just looks like it has a slight right to left, 20 feet to the hole, and it's 7 inches uphill. All right, so you want to aim straight in the game. That's something that several people have pointed out. You want to, you want to aim with the game and aim straight in your simulator, okay? That's the best experience. because it does have, I believe, a maximum aim distance you can go right or left. Probably so it's you know, working well with all launch monitors. Let's see what we can do here. I don't think I changed the stimp, so this is probably going to roll pretty fast. I think it's a 10. That was a pretty good putt, though. I had the brake off a little bit, but I think I played that stimp and the uphill quite well. Now notice how, now let's just aim a little further right and see if we can actually manage to get one in the hole. I think I had that, that speed pretty decent. Let's see if I can play that brake a little more. It's obviously going to brake a little more with a little less speed. Let's see what we can do here. It's definitely rolling fast. I think it's on a 10 stimp. Get in there. All right. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so let's take you guys out and show you some different courses, because this is really, it's not about, you know, me golfing out here as much as it is I want to show you these different graphics. Now, I could aim in some different areas really quick to show you guys what this looks like. I'm in practice mode, so some things are disabled. All right, but I get to see the ocean, kind of look around at those cypress trees and stuff, because they do have an option to actually change the view and look over top of the green and everything. I think it might be disabled in practice mode, so I don't want to do that. All right, so let's just go ahead and what else do I want to show you guys? Let's go local games so you can just kind of see what that looks like. Let's go out to TPC Scottsdale. Has the famous, I believe it's 16 is the stadium hole. All right, we'll change that stimp to 9. I think that's what I'm usually used to. And then we'll change it to 8. We'll let this load. And then we'll be able to show you guys this. These are little preview images, haven't been perfected yet, if you guys are wondering. You know, some of them have the, you know, the right sizing and colors, and some of them don't. Now, the first thing I usually do is I open up my map, and I open up my settings and my data, okay? And that way I have all that, okay? And then I'm gonna see 150 yards and a little downhill. The pin's tucked kind of up, you know, towards the front. So I think I'm gonna hit 8-iron. Let's go ahead and grab an 8-iron. See if we can get it there. How cool is this, though? I mean, like you have the stadiums, and you know, kind of gives you an idea. Now they do have like the reflective water, I want to say, on is it 17 up by the green? Maybe we'll even go into practice mode and just move the ball around like that. Oh, I think that's going to be right. Yeah, didn't quite release the club like I'd like to. Well, it's an opportunity to show you guys chipping by the green again, so that's all right. I wanted to try to give a nice variety here so you guys can see everything. So let's see what we're working with. All right, let's turn our grid on. Looks like I'm going to want to kind of land it up here. What is that, 11 yards or so? And then you can see that grid moving. All right. This is a tough chip. Now I'm in the fairway, so I'm actually gonna have some of my spin. So I might be able to kind of land it right up top and let it leak down. All right. I'll only want to hit this probably about 30 feet. Tough little chip I put myself in here. That's exactly what I was trying to do, but look at it roll away. You know, I could have played a little bit of a flop shot. I kind of wanted to bounce it into the front of the green and let it roll out. Wow. All right. So here we go again. We got a little bit of a right to left. Based on that last putt, now it's downhill 4 inches. I did change the stimp to 9. I'm going to go with that right there. But it's downhill. All right, let's see what we can do. I have 8-foot gimmies on. No birdie for me today. All right. For the par save. Not enough speed, I don't think. All right. So good stuff, though. And so it actually does take me to, where am I at right now? I think I'm actually turned around. See, I'm skipping around right now. Let's see. Yeah, so there we go. So it's funny when you select a certain hole, that might be a little bit of a bug. So this is 17. So I can actually play 17 right now if I want to. It had me aimed the wrong way. And this is where you can hit like a driver, I want to say, up close to the hole. Let's just hit like hybrid down there. We'll just hit a quick hybrid down there. We'll try to show you guys a little bit, and then we'll show you some more. All right, nice hybrid right down the middle. That's what I wanted to show you. See the reflective water? So that worked out great. All right, so now let's see. Because I selected one hole, it's aiming towards the other hole. That's what it's doing. So I'm sure that's something that they can probably fix if someone did want to continue after selecting one hole. Perfect opportunity to kind of show that to you guys. But rather than jumping around, I didn't think about it ahead of time. I could have selected a few holes, and we could have been in practice mode too. Let's get the cursor out of the middle of the screen there. So get it up by the green, just to kind of show you guys what it looks like up there. And this will obviously take us up in the air, hitting like a 58. All right. Look at that water. Isn't that cool? Notice how there's not even a pin, I don't think, on the hole. A little bit of spin back on that because we're on a single play. So let's just go ahead and jump out of here. I got to demonstrate some things for you guys. All right, we'll end round. And you know, on-course play has been a lot of fun. I've been showing it. I do want to show. Let's go to local game. And you know, I might want to do on-course practice though, because I'm just going to move the ball around. Scioto, which is in Ohio. Here we go. Let's go ahead and start. Let's if we're going to play a little bit, we'll change this back to what that tournament I've been playing is like 8-foot gimmies, and I think it's 9. But let's go ahead and start. Okay. I kind of want to get myself into a little bit of trouble and stuff to show you guys some things that they've done. Now, you can change all of your lighting settings again per course. Okay, and I was messing with these before. So, you know, you may want to, you know, change the time of day and have some more shadows going on. All right, you can do that. All right, you can actually change the sun strength, you know, with the shadows there, which is really cool. Let's say it's behind a cloud. You can change the saturation. All right, like I said, I don't like to get too crazy. I try to make it look natural, but I really wanted to show you guys the grass on this course. So environment color, depending on the buildings and stuff, I kind of like to get that not too much, somewhere right in there, I want to say, and we should be good to go. All right, let's bring up our map. Okay, and let's just go ahead and we can actually. So one thing I didn't show you guys is moving the ball in the tee box. So check this out. You can move the ball in the tee box to get yourself the best line. All right, so I know that I'm not gonna hit a driver. I think I'm just gonna hit another hybrid because I kind of want to show you guys some different things. So you can move the ball in the tee box, which I don't know if I've seen that before in another piece of software, which is really cool. I mean, in real golf, you're always moving your ball on the tee box. All right, so that should just kind of put us down there in an area where, one, you guys get to see this fly. Look at the shadows. Very cool. All right. You guys get to see what it looks like. I could change the lighting again for you. But let's go ahead and move our ball now. I'm going to get it up by the green. Let's move it. I haven't shown you guys bunker yet, I don't think, have I? So let's go ahead and just trying to think of where a good bunker. There we go. How about that? 12 yards. This would be a really tough bunker shot. I guess we could go in the one where it's, I want to show you guys. Let's go. Like, let's say you got into this bunker, okay? You had to go up and over, which is, you're going to lose a bunch of spin. That's 11 yards. Let's change our lighting a little bit again, because obviously I took that time of day and changed it a bunch. And I really just kind of wanted to, let's adjust that sunlight strength, and that way you guys can see the grass. and the sand and everything like that. What they did is they've made multiple, and I need to save that actually. Got a lot going on here. Whoops, I'm sorry, I hit that. You know what I'm doing here? Let's just go ahead and do sunlight strength. It's actually tough for me to, because I'm in the bunker, ironically enough, it's making it a little tough for me to hit that button, which probably is something that I want to point out to them, because see how it has me moving. So let's just go ahead and move the ball out of the bunker. I'm going to resave this, and then I'll move the ball again. All right, so something just for you guys to understand. You know, just like I said, it's beta software. You know, that's something I can bring up to them. I think it's a perfect opportunity. But let's just go ahead and see where we want to hit this. 11 yards or so. It's a little uphill, but look at that, 86% and 60% spin. So depending on how you want to hit that, and let it, you know it's going to release. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a shot. I'm thinking with 86%, that's not too bad. I just need to let it release, okay? Is that enough? It's going to release like I thought. All right. So not bad. All right. Another thing to show you guys. Let's show you one more course. All right. We've been jumping all around doing all kinds of different things. I definitely want to show you one more course. Let's end session. Let's go to on-course practice again, because I love jumping around to show you different things. And I know there's a tree line course that some people have been looking at. Oh, let's Bonville. There it is. Let's jump out to Bonville. Okay. And we'll show you guys some graphics really quick. Get that to load up here. I haven't loaded this course yet. I downloaded it. And you can see how, notice how I was pointing out before the loading images. As those get adjusted, I mean, it looks like this loading image is fitting, you know, quite well. So this is the first time loading this course. Hopefully it loads. Otherwise, I might have to show you a different one. There it goes. I think the very first time you load a course, it takes a little bit, you know, because it's loading all of it for the first time, okay? And then afterwards, it's faster. So let's just go ahead and go to lighting really quick, because I'm going to maybe raise that environmental color just a tiny bit, maybe sunlight strength just a little, saturation depending on how you want it, time of day, look at that. All right, skybox, depending on how you like it. Yeah, environmental, you know, depending on your projector, that's something you really might want to mess with a lot. All right, let's move the ball around so we can show you some things. So let's go ahead and bring the map up, and let's jump around a little bit. We'll jump right here. There you can see some water. I'll actually see if I can get really close to that down there to show you guys what it looks like. There's some 3D grass, and there's some water. All right, let's get up here by the green. All right, and I can jump to a different hole if we want to. There we go. And you can see now this is where you might want to adjust that, you know, in environmental color now that you're seeing different tree lines. This looks like a really tough course. A really tough course. There's hole number 3. All right, hole number 4. It looks like the default aim needs to be just adjusted on a few of these, which is fine. Like I said, you know, this is a beta version, and that's what's important for everybody to understand. You know, very cool though. I wanted to show that off because it had, you know, those tree lines, which I thought was really important. So let's just go ahead and just end that session. It brings us back here. We can save and exit that. You know, I tried to keep this a realistic length. I understand that we went over 20 minutes, but I think it was, you know, really important to show you guys some different courses, some, you know, different textures and shots and things like that. I hope it was a good preview for you for the GSPRO Golf Simulator Software enhanced version. It's being released now. When I'm recording this, It's going to be released this following week. Okay, so you can get in the Discord if you're not, or if you're an existing user, understand that their plan is to release it next week to everyone. So I hope it was a great preview for you guys. I'd love you to comment below and let me know what you think. Even more importantly, if you can subscribe and like the video and stuff like that, help support the channel, and I really appreciate that. If you guys are ever looking for any type of hardware or software, I'm always willing to help you guys. Email me. That's in the description in the comments. And as always, I really appreciate you guys watching.